So there's this YouTuber out there named Shane Dawson, pretty popular guy who had reached legendary status here on YouTube after he started dropping all these different documentary style videos. And I use the word documentary very loosely. Most of these videos are just mush for a 12-year-old's brain.
You're not the same when you smoke, and I miss my friend. I'll be outside.
From conspiracy theories to the analysis of the mentally handicapped, people were eating this shit up like a stack of pancakes on a Sunday morning. This guy had really reached the level of an untouchable internet god through his army of teenage girls that he called a fan base. But as we've seen recently, having an army of teenage girls for fans and basically relying on them to put money in your bank account and food on your table can really come back to bite you in the ass. Not that this guy needs money, or food for that matter. Understand that he is filthy rich. This guy has been posting videos on this website for at least 14 years, and he's managed to stay relevant for a very long time, making vastly different content throughout his career, and he was amazingly just now starting to hit his peak. He was different than all the other YouTubers from yesteryear who are now long forgotten. Actually, as I'm typing this, I kinda wonder how people will remember me when it's all said and done. I really do think every YouTuber thinks about it from time to time. It's only human nature when you do this for a living for a couple of years. Oh, look at me getting all sentimental. Anyways, basically what I'm getting around to is that this guy was not only a YouTube OG, but he managed to recreate himself, or at least his public image, to the point where he had completely eclipsed his former self and become this entirely new entity. Possibly a money-hungry demon perhaps, but an entirely new entity nonetheless. And over the last couple of years, Shane Dawson has become one of those untouchables here on YouTube who can really do no wrong. Shane was the golden child who had enough people sucking him off and was making the platform enough money that even as he entered various controversy, as smaller people tried to take him down off his high horse, they were no match for him and his millions of fans who were adamant about silencing people who at times called him out for being racist and having some very strange relations with his cat.
Oh yeah, daddy likes.
Still, he persevered through these rumors and speculation of racism by explaining that these were just different times when he made those videos and that he would never make those types of jokes today. That's kind of like saying George Washington was a good person because he wouldn't have slaves today. And I'm not saying that people can't change, I'm just saying that just because something becomes socially unacceptable doesn't not make it the way you might secretly feel in the back of your head. Go search up on Twitter and you'll find some pretty weird and some pretty racist stuff. The racist material I'm talking about is of course his love of blackface and racial stereotypes throughout his earlier work, making a lot of jokes that definitely would not fly today.
Roll up to the party with my crazy pink wig. I think that's a tranny. What?
And most recently, all this stuff coming out that paints him to be interested in children are now what officially has cancelled him.
I love you too. Can you twerk for us?
But next time, shake your titties more. And you, take off the jacket and show more.
First, Jada Pinkett stepped up and questioned Shane about this strange video of him pretending to pleasure himself to a picture of her then 10-year-old daughter Willow Smith. Listen, you don't mess with the Smith family, man. They'll send you to the ranch.
Yeah.
Basically what happens is that Shane finally met up with someone his own size outside of his space. Not a makeup person, not another YouTuber, not a kid in their bedroom calling him out for being a racist piece of shit, but another powerful entity who is rightfully and personally enraged, one who has global influence and industry power, especially on the internet as of the last couple of years, ever since Will Smith started to get involved with all this crazy stuff. I mean, even Jaden chimed in to get the youth involved. And after these two tweets, an onslaught of both audio and video came out from Shane's past, some clips from over 10 years ago, while other clips only occurring about 5 years ago. These videos served to double down on his racist nature and strange infatuation with babies and children, as he recalled the time he made some very inappropriate Google searches.
The worst part of it, I actually went to Google and I'm like, I don't want to see.
You could get arrested.
I know, but I just wanted to see, like, okay, let me pretend like I'm a pedophile.
And said some weird things about a young child.
And she shows me her Instagrams, which are like, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but like, she's like sexy.
I'm just amazed that the dude who was uncancelable might actually be cancelled. All it really took was this one clip to open up Pandora's box, and now he's losing hundreds of thousands of subscribers and dollars a day. People are burning his books, they're out rioting in the streets. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get my point. These women are unstanding this man who probably smells like Subway at an alarming rate. It really just goes to show that the internet is forever, and it's becoming a more and more unforgiving place to be. No one is safe, words can be twisted, and anything you say or do, on or off camera, can come back to hurt you. For one, Shane has lost monetization on all his channels, and trust me, he's making in the millions of dollars a month off of YouTube. He's lost his makeup deal he had collaborated with Hell's Secretary on, and even his books, if you can call them that, have been taken out from stores across the country. Kind of an ironic book title there, Shane, don't you think? Not that anyone was buying that junk anyways, seeing that most of his fan base is just learning to read. So I just wanted to take a second and clarify, do I actually think Shane Dawson is some sort of pedo? No, I don't. I think that this is just a guy who believed in a lot of shock humor back in the day, who was just trying to get edgier and crazier with every single piece of content, and now it's all coming back to really bite him in the butt, and he's gonna have to face the repercussions for what he did back then. And now we'll really just have to wait and see if he'll truly be finished, or if this creep will come back like Michael Myers. I swear, something about this guy always really rubbed me the wrong way. But let me know what y'all think about this situation down in the comments. Are you team Shane? Are you team everybody else? As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing today. Really means a lot to me when y'all leave comments, when y'all share the video, when you drop likes. But as always, you know there's some other news out here that needs to get covered. Some other YouTube drama. So it's your boy the Tan Superman. And I'm out. Peace.